The people are feeling like, oh, I was super unhealthy, and then I'm super healthy since 5 years ago. And I don't understand. It's because the same, we have the mycelium, it's a stock, it's an organism that is alive, and it's going to be there till you kill it or you destroy the roots, because can be stuck for 20, 30, 40 years, like all your life, and then you don't know what is the cause of your disease or your illness or whatever is going on with you right now.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't know because we don't have like a microscope to see what's going on in your gut. And like everybody has this. It's not like, oh, if you're like in some certain country or if you're exposed to certain things. No, like everybody has bacteria, everybody has worms and parasites. It's normal. If you create this mucoid plaque and it makes the roots, like Rosario was talking about, it's going to be stuck there until you take the time to get it out. And how do you get it out?
Doing a
Detox! Welcome to the We Are Healing in Paradise podcast, where we are cultivating the new earth by reconnecting with our true nature and healing the planet from inside each of us. Welcome to We Are Healing in Paradise podcast. My name is Kate.
My name is Rosario.
And we are here in the center of Playa del Carmen in LaCanopée. And it's very there's a lot of noise, a lot is happening here. So just go with the flow and join us for a conversation about what we're creating with our brand, Healing in Paradise.
Mm-hmm. So last week we talked about, we did a short video just to know what we were doing. But this time we want to go more deep and so you understand why we're doing this together and our stories.
Yeah, we have a very common mission to help heal the planet and help heal the humanity by reconnecting with our food and specifically creating space in our day-to-day life for detox. And actually, Rosario is in the middle of a detox right now.
Yeah, I'm doing the deep intestinal detox. So, we have a lot of options here to do. We work with the persons in the customized detox. And the story is because I started doing detox because I have a disease. It's an autoimmune disorder called purple thrombocytopenia. That means that my platelets go really low and my spleen start destroying it. So it's like I attack myself, right? And when I have this, it was like in the 2020 when the COVID started. And then 6 months after the COVID, and then we have the close and we were staying at home and everything. I have this. I go to the hospital, and then I discovered I have an autoimmune disorder. And I need to take medication for all my life, right? So I start taking medication, prednisone, steroids, and then also acetylcholine. So it's another immunosuppressor. And then I thought I'm going to be always like this. So I start digging and digging and digging because it's for me it's not normal. I having this medication and I add more medication and then it's forever, and so it was nothing, it doesn't resonate with me. So then I have I don't know how to say a fall. It's I had 3 falls in 2 years. That means my body just start collapsing, and then I start having a storm of cytokines, so the disease up.
So you actually fell, you couldn't walk?
No, I don't know how to say it properly. It's just the disease wake up, and then my body start destroying all the platelets that I have, and then I cannot, I start feeling like dengue, similar to dengue.
So you were just super sick.
It was
and,
super
couldn't
sick
function.
with a lot of bruises. I was a lot of headaches. I was feeling bad, and I didn't relate it with the food or the vitamins or minerals. It's just oh, I feel like this. Oh, just take paracetamol. Or I feel like this. Oh, take more medicines. It's just because this is a culture. So, and it's really difficult when we have a way. If it did work, it's going to be in the same way, right? So when I did the stem cells at the end, because it was this is crazy. I have the disease again, then I control it, then again, control it, again, control it. And then it's no, this is something bad. So I start doing stem cells. So I inject me 300 million stem cells. So it's a big dose. And supposedly this is going to last me for a year. And I was so happy because it's okay, I'm not going to take medication, this is going to work forever. Well, a year. And then it was only 4 months. And I discovered I had an infection in the teeth because I started doing detox in the time. And I discovered I had an infection in the teeth, so I took the teeth out. And then all the diseases started like being like I stopped the medications and I started being more on detox, and then I made and then I opened a restaurant.
And like, how did you find out about like the detox? Like, what was your inspiration? Like, where did you get your information from?
Well, it can sound like strange for some people. For others, they can relate with this. I was seeing Instagram and I was looking for a lot of things how to heal my body, and then appears this Ludwig Johnson, this doctor, with the carrot juice and the oregano oil and the cabbage. So I was like so happy. So I started doing, and I dig because it was another girl, well, a woman, doing this, and she had the same condition as me. So I was like, okay. So I contact her, and she said, just do it. She said, like, you will love it. And then like when I started doing it, it was like, wow, what amazing thing, you know? So yeah.
You start to immediately feel like the results.
The effects, yes, with the oregano oil is like amazing. Like how a lot of herbs we have, or fruits and vegetables we have in our power, and we don't realize how powerful they are. You know, it's just like it's amazing. You can heal with carrots and cabbage and oregano. You know.
Yeah, it's like food is medicine.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I opened the restaurant, because no one has without seed oils or refined sugars or refined salt. So it's like I try to be the most like authentic way, like and humanized way we can be eating our food. So
Yeah, because we're naturally meant to eat whole foods, and our culture now, it's like foods are products, as probably many of you know. Like the food industry is like about creating products that are addictive. So
yeah,
that
and
we're-
they need to long last with the preservatives and the additives. So it's just like yeah, you know, like we have a lot of substance in the food, in the processed food, that is not really good for our organisms. It's really good for the shelves in the supermarket, but not for our bodies. Imagine like if it's preserving everything from years and years and years, how it's going to act in your body. Right?
Yeah. And it's amazing that so many people now are getting autoimmune diseases and getting like their body's really like setting an alarm off, saying like, this isn't sustainable. Like I can't live with this diet anymore. I can't keep eating like this. Like I have to change something. And you're one of the like the third person that I met that had a similar story, where it was like at a certain point in their life, their body just like shuts down and is like no more. And the doctor says you have to be on medication forever. And they were like, no, I don't want to be on medication forever. And they all came to the same conclusion that you did, that if you change your food and your lifestyle, but really changing the food is going to be like what's really going to heal you. Mm-hmm. You know, like that's the fastest way to start.
Well, imagine the way disease comes is because you need to be like your body. You're destroying your body. Like I destroyed my body really hard. You know, I was doing like parties and then eating everything from like fast foods or these stores. You know, and it's easy. Everything is in a pack. You take it, you eat it, it's done. But then after, you get the disease.
Yeah.
And I don't want this for anyone. It's just like if we can share the knowledge and we can prevent, this is the thing that we want to do, healing the humanity.
Yes, healing the humanity, definitely. And it's so interesting, like how powerful just talking about the concept of detox, like how powerful it is. If you're like, oh, I'm afraid to like change everything in my diet, like I'm so attached to these foods, I like want these things, and to all the animals are coming. We have the kitty coming. We have Sunny the dog here.
Some movements.
Yes, we have a lot happening here at the restaurant. A lot of animals, a lot of plants. But back to what I was saying, to just be able to create space and to pause like whatever diet you're on and to make some different choices just for a short period of time. Like the first time that I did a detox, it was only like 5 days, but I felt such a shift. I said, I want to do like the full thing. I want to experience like all that there is. And I shared in the last podcast a little bit about my story with my dad having cancer and just exploring like alternatives. And so I was only 20. I was in university. All my friends were partying and going crazy. And I did like a 5-day liver detox. And then I like didn't have any hangovers. And I like felt so good. And I was like, how is this possible? And so then I wanted to do, there was an option to do 21 days. And it was with all these different herbs and plants. And you have to be on a specific diet and juice a lot. And so I just followed the protocol by myself. I'm just in my little house that I rented with my roommate, and I was like putting like cayenne pepper in capsules and like making tinctures with like alcohol and herbs and like shaking them in the jar twice a day. And like I made all these tinctures, and I just created this detox. I was following a protocol on a website. The Dr. Schultz is the name. If you want to look up Dr. Schultz, he still offers like detox programs today. And so he was using a lot of herbs and then plants, and he recommends like a diet that you go on during the detox. So
This is the detox I'm doing.
yeah, she's doing it now. She's doing an aspect of it right now, like a part of it.
Yeah.
Because he was helping people heal from really like bad diseases, autoimmune and different types of like cancer or diabetes or different things, only with food and plants. And so when I did the 21 days, it was so powerful. And then when I started to research like what happens in 21 days, we have completely new cells in our whole mouth. So we have all new taste buds. And then we also have like all the mucous membrane, which is inside the mouth, in the digestive system, all the way through the colon. All of it get renewed in 21 days. So we have this opportunity to completely reset. So it's like, I don't want to change my habits. It's like, could you commit to just 21 days though? Just 3 weeks? Just do it for 3 weeks. And everyone who does it for 3 weeks and sticks with the protocol really strict, they have like this crazy life-changing experience. Like I know I did. Like I went from like, like having an idea of what's healthy or whatever, but then it was like just everything in my life changed. Like everything I was thinking about, I was so much more connected with the food, and I was so much more connected with like my digestive system. Like I could really feel more intuitively like what was going on, if things were getting stuck, if things were irritating my stomach. Like before I was like unaware. Like we're so disconnected from our
You
body.
feel more lucid. You know?
Yeah, exactly. More present with my body specifically, because I think we're so disconnected from our body. Like in today's society, like I wasn't thinking about, I just ate the food and then I was like, okay, I'm full, I'm ready, and so to have that experience so young like really changed the course of my life. And I've done over the years many detoxes. I've probably done like maybe 15 to 20 detoxes in my life, like a lot, like because it's really recommended if you want to be at your highest,
Like the intense ones, right? Because it's like one per year.
exactly.
Like intense one.
Yeah, it's recommended to do like at least about one per year. I mean, you can do more, but like for a maintenance to stay like at your prime, to stay young and healthy and vibrant, it's like
At least
per
one. At least one.
year. Yeah, and the one Rosario.
Yeah, normally I like to recommend like between 3 or 4 with this climate, because we live in a tropic, like in Caribe, so it's just like it's really warm, and the bacteria like to reproduce when it's really warm. So
Yeah, exactly. So if you're in a colder climate, maybe you don't feel the effects so much of like parasites or bacteria in your gut. But then when you come to a tropical place, a lot of times when people come to Mexico or they come other tropical places like Dominican Republic or Chile or something, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm having all these like digestive issues. And it's because that humid, warm climate like activates the bacteria.
Activates the bacteria and also activates the fungus. We have a lining that is like the biofilm, and the biofilm is really interesting. Like we have it when we get into this world, and then it start building when we breastfeed, and it's going to grow and it's going to be the house of the good bacteria, and it's going to also take out the heavy metals. But the problem is like when we start eating a really bad thing and it start growing because it needs to be alive inside of you. It start growing because it's really acid outside. It's going to start making like a mucus, like a thick thing. So it's going to, this is your intestine, and it's going to start like doing these, like the mycelium, like the roots. And then you start having like leaky gut. And if you start having these, then you start having allergies, and you have like intolerance for the food, then you start being bloated or constipation, like everything. And it's normally because we don't attack the house of the worm. And for me, this is the most important and crucial thing to be healthy. You know, it's like, yes, I have a bacteria. Yes, but if you have the bacteria, it's because you have something there to hold the bacteria, right? So,
Yeah, we create this like plaque. All the mucus lining turns into like a plaque, and then that's like a home for. It can be a home for a lot of bad bacteria because usually if it's a plaque, it means that it's not balanced, it's not at the correct pH. And so then, yeah, that's what happens with a leaky gut and all these things. So we don't know, like, we can be eating very healthy, but just because we have a lot of environmental toxins, a lot of things in our. Because I mean, the first time I did it, I was only 20. Like, how unhealthy could I have been? Like, not that unhealthy, but just our society and like what we're exposed to and just normal foods have a lot of preservatives and a lot of really acidic things in them, and they really like mess up our pH. And so it's like, no matter how healthy you are, what diet you're on, like doing a detox and resetting your gut and your microbiome, it's like all the nutrients that you're eating that are healthy, you're going to be able to absorb them.
yeah, and another thing is like the people are feeling like, oh, I was super unhealthy, and then I'm super healthy since 5 years ago, and I don't understand. It's because the same, we have the mycelium, it's a stock, it's an organism that is alive, and it's going to be there till you kill it or you destroy the roots, and also it's going to, you know, like, it's good that it get out of your system because can be stuck for 20, 30, 40 years, like all your life, and then you don't know what is the cause of your disease or your illness or whatever is going on with you right now.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't know because we don't have like a microscope to see what's going on in your gut. And like everybody has this. It's not like, oh, if you're like in some certain country or if you're exposed to certain things, it's like, no, like everybody has like an ingrowth of bacteria. Everybody has worms and parasites. It's normal. But if it gets if you create this plaque, mucoid plaque, and it makes the roots, like Rosario was talking about, it's like, it's going to be stuck there until you take the time to get it out. And how do you get it out?
Doing a
Detox! So we want to share with you in the podcast like ways that you can like start to detox your body, start to learn about different foods, how to make foods, how to avoid the ones that are really like feeding the bad bacteria, feeding the parasites, like really weighing you down, making you feel tired and lethargic and giving you brain fog. Like we want to share all this information with you. So our intention is really like each week we're going to expand on like what we're passionate about. Like we're here in Playa del Carmen doing like customized detoxes.
And yes, and then we want to teach you also how to preserve your food with natural techniques like they do in the past, like ferments. They're super good. It's probiotics to your system. It's helping regenerate all the flour. How do you say? Like the flora. In Spanish, it's the flora. It's like all the living organisms that needs to be in your stomach really well. That it's part of our system.
Yeah.
But not the bad ones, you know.
Yeah, the gut flora, exactly.
The gut flora, exactly that one.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So definitely stay tuned for future podcasts. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe, follow. If you're listening, please like follow us and give us a good rating so that we can get more followers. Please share with your friends. We really want to share this information because if everybody has access to this information, we can really start to change the entire planet. We can change the foods we crave. We can change our connection with the planet and like nature and how we're meant to farm naturally, and just everything is going to be more holistic and more connected if we can heal our gut. We believe this. So it starts inside of you. And Rosario and I, we are on a mission to support you on this journey. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And we see you next week. We love you.
Bye.